My name is JT O'Donnell, and I'm the founder of Work It Daily. So we like to say that Work It Daily is where careers go to grow. It's very similar to a gym membership. So you join a fitness club because you want access to great equipment, you want to get coached by the best trainers, and you want to be surrounded by like-minded people to really motivate you. We do the same thing for your career, we just do it online. So when you join Work It Daily, you get access to over 200 hours of cutting-edge video tutorials. You get to direct message our trained career growth specialists so you can get the right answers at the right time. And then you get to be part of an elite private community of like-minded professionals who are also trying to grow their careers so that you can really motivate one another and learn from them as well. So back in 2001, I left corporate America and I decided to become a career coach, and I built up a private practice over 7 years. I literally got to the point where I could not take a vacation because I had so many clients and the recession hit. And if you think I had a lot of clients then, you can imagine what happened right after that. My issue with that is that the typical advice you get is to just raise your rates and only work with the people that can afford it. But that really bothered me. Millions of people needed access to this information, and I really wanted to figure out a way to give it to them. So I decided that the best thing to do was to build an online resource where people could have access to the best career coaches and get that timely advice they were looking for. The best way to describe it is that executives and pro athletes, they all know that coaching is a path to greatness, that it's not a sign of weakness. And what I wanted to do was get out there and let the world know that they could have access to elite level coaching as well so that they could get those results, but do it affordably. So when we set out to create Work It Daily, the number one goal was to change how career coaching works. If you were to work with a traditional career coach or a resume writer, you have to schedule a meeting with them, which takes time. They charge you a lot of money for their time. And their real goal in that session with you is to kind of hype you up and make you feel good about your investment. And you do usually leave pretty excited. The problem is that very quickly that excitement fades, and 9 times out of 10, you really don't get the results that you're looking for. That was something that I noticed that happened in private coaching, and I really wanted to change that. What I found was that people didn't need an hour of a career coach's time. They usually needed 5 or 10 minutes at a time. But if they could work it daily, hence the name, they could get that information when they needed it and really make the progress they were looking for. So the goal was to always build something totally different than what the market was offering, something that would give people affordable access at any time to what they needed so that they could move the needle and really grow their careers. So it's interesting, when we set this up, we thought, oh gee, we're only gonna end up working maybe with young folks because we are a technological platform. But what we find now is pretty much anyone between the ages of 25 to 55 who's a professional or an executive is joining our group, which is really exciting to us. The one thing I notice across all of our members is that there are 3 things they share. So first of all, they all want to earn an income that they can feel good about, that they feel is fair for the value that they're providing. Secondly, they want to do something and they want to work for a company that aligns with their beliefs and their values. And third, they really want to build a career that is satisfying and successful on their own terms. They want to build a happy life. And for each person that's really different, but those 3 themes are always the same in our members. So our members, when they join, are really looking first and foremost to get help with a job search or a career problem. They've got something going on and they want to fix it. But secondly, they also want support. They don't want to feel like they're going this alone, and they want to make sure that they're getting the information and the answers from a true trained professional. And lastly, they want to feel like they're part of a club. They want to feel like they have other people around them that are going through the same things, where they can share the little wins and even the setbacks that they have each day so that they can motivate each other. It's just more fun when you're part of that environment. So usually people join us when they have one of the following experiences. Maybe they're applying to lots of jobs online and they're getting rejected, or they're getting no response whatsoever. Maybe they're getting interviews, but for whatever reason they're not moving on to the final round or getting job offers. Or they've just got something going on in their existing job that's really scaring them and creating some kind of crisis of career confidence that's making them nervous about their future. So I think the people that join us when they first join us usually, unfortunately, are feeling sad, scared, depressed, frustrated, angry, confused. They're all pretty negative emotions, which is unfortunate, but that's exactly why we're here. Our goal is to alleviate those. So if you are feeling those things, then we're probably a great place for you to check out. So if you're having any of these negative feelings, you need to know that that's actually the number one reason why you're not getting results in your career. And I actually have science to back that up. Studies show that when we're exposed to negative thoughts, negative self-talk, or negative people around us for even 30 minutes a day, we're actually making ourselves dumber, if you can believe that. And that's a pretty strong term, but the reality is that exposure, that ongoing exposure, is actually dulling the neurons in our hippocampus. And that's the part of our brain that actually helps us make good decisions. So if you think about that, if you're negative, you're not making smart decisions. You're probably taking poor actions or maybe no action at all. And that's paralyzing your career growth. So if you think about it, you have got to figure out where that negativity is coming from. And what we find is usually that you're surrounded by negative people, and they tell you that you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So you don't have access to good, positive people. You don't have access to the right information that can help you change your mindset. And you don't have support from other people who are helping you kind of get out of that negative state quickly. That's the real reason why people don't move forward in their careers. The most successful people have the right coaches, they have the right community, and they have the right information on a daily basis. And when you have that, you can absolutely change your game. So that's probably the most exciting thing about creating Work It Daily is the fact that we built this virtual platform that has dropped the geographic boundaries and the financial boundaries to getting the courses and the coaching and the community that's needed to affect this change in your career. It's so easy to do. You just jump on, you join us, and instantly you have access to all this information. And that's pretty exciting because it gives you an immediate dopamine response. It just makes you happier to join. And we find once people actually pull the trigger and do that, things really start to change for them. So we know how hard it is to find a job these days. We know that you are spending hours applying online and that it feels horrible to be rejected or not hear anything back at all. We know that you're spending all this time trying to impress hiring managers only to get no results whatsoever, which creates this crisis of confidence. And we know that frustration and that sadness that you're feeling that you don't want to tell anybody about because you feel completely helpless. We understand that. We agree with you. We think the hiring process is broken. We think the time and energy that you're spending spinning your wheels is wasted and that there's a better way to do that. And most importantly, we know that the mental toll that this is having on you is really affecting other areas of your life. And that's why you need to join us, because when you do, we're going to alleviate all of that stress, all that frustration for you, and really help you get back to your happy place. Yeah, so it's amazing. The number one thing that I hear from people, especially when I meet them for the first time, is they say, I can't believe it took me so long to join you. And I love that. I love to hear that. But honestly, I wouldn't take it from me. I would have you check out our testimonials page. We are literally adding new testimonials every single week. And I think those stories are the most exciting. We get them every day. They're like love letters to us, but it's better if you read them because each one's unique and it will really show you how we're making a difference in people's lives. So one of the things I tell all new members to do is to log immediately in and introduce themselves to our career growth specialists. I love to suggest what we call the job search Kickstarter. So what you do is you introduce them, you tell them your career story, what's going on in your world, why you're struggling with whatever challenge you're having. We have you include a PDF of your resume and a link to your LinkedIn profile, for example. And they take a look at it, and what they do is they record a video for you, just for you, and they tell you areas that you can improve and basically build you a custom game plan for how you're going to use our platform, what videos to watch, what actions to take, so that you can immediately start to be successful. And it's incredible because right away, you're in the zone. You're starting to have those micro success actions, and you're going to build on those habits, and that's where you're really going to see the momentum. You know, you can hear this and say, I don't know, I'll save it, I'll go back to it at another time. And all I can tell you is that if you're feeling any of those feelings that we talked about, then you really have nothing to lose but try us. It's only going to get better if you experience it. But to wait, it's not going to get better for you until you have something new, something different in your life that you can try. If you could have gotten success, you would have by now. So I'm telling you, I understand, and when you're ready, you can come join us. But most people, like I said, are really happy when they decide to take that action. So the first thing people tell me when they join Work It Daily is that there's just this big sense of relief. And they all of a sudden say, I feel smarter. And it's because they made the decision to join a club. We're not a community, we're a club. If you think about that, when you join a club, you're a team member. So you want to give as much as you get. And that just gets people excited. They want to get in the program, they want to start taking action. And like I said, they start to get these results, they get really excited, then they go in and share the results with one another. Others chime in, they start answering other people's questions. And within a very short period of time, you just get your career confidence back, you get your career mojo, and you realize how much you have to offer to the world. And you've always had this, but it wasn't until you joined the program and got that coaching and that information and that support you needed that it kind of flipped the switch and it came back to you. And so that's what you're gonna get when you join the program. And I don't know, I love that feeling. I love being part of our members. They're just the most amazing, positive group of people, and that's what you're gonna become if you join us. So this is the #1 question we get in our support inbox. People just say, my situation is different, it's unique, it's special, I'm just not sure you're gonna work for me. And I'm not going to belittle your situation, but I just want you to know I have been doing this for 18 years. We have worked with thousands of people in over 16 countries. So as much as you feel you are so isolated and your problem is all yours and solely yours, it's really not the case. I guarantee you there are other people inside our program that are experiencing something similar. And the most important thing you can do right now is join a platform where you know you're not alone and where they have fixed this before. Because all of a sudden you're gonna feel better. You're gonna realize there is a way out of this. There's a solution. You can have what you want. So yes, we can help you, but only if you decide to join us. So I actually think that Work It Daily is the 2.0 version of social media. Social media is getting a lot of negative press these days for good reason, right? People are getting on there and they're feeling bad about themselves. But that's not what happens when you join our social media platform. It's a private platform for starters. People choose to join our club, and by choosing, they just come in with the right mindset, the right attitude. You spend 10 minutes a day on Work It Daily, your life's better. And I get excited about that. I see us literally helping millions of people, having people in this career growth club from all over the world, building up all these, sub-career growth clubs in different countries, in different industries, and different skill sets, and completely changing how the world networks. And I think that's the most exciting part, because today your network is your net worth and every job is temporary. And the reality is school taught us everything except how to get the job. So why not join a club where you get that information, you're staying on top of trends, and you can stay employable for a lifetime? To me, I think that's the most exciting thing, and that's what I want for Work It Daily in the future. So first of all, if you listen to this whole video, I want to say thank you for taking the time to listen to me. You can tell that I'm a career geek and I absolutely love this stuff. But I just want to say, again, you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain by joining us. We purposely made this affordable. We want you to come in here, we want you to try it, we want you to experience it, we want you to interact. I know that you're gonna feel better. If you're not ready to join us, I understand. Just know that we are here waiting for you, and we can't wait for the day when you realize that you deserve to be part of a career growth club like Work It Daily.